What questions do you have about it? Yeah, I like that. Are those Central's colors? What? Where did they sell that?
My mom got it for me.
Where? So where did you make it? She made it, didn't she? She made it. I can tell she made it. How do I get out of the way? Isn't that the problem in life? We gotta get out of the way, and we never get out of the way. How are your all's other classes?
Everything is okay. I just need to sit down and just do all the work.
Right. That's
Yeah, I need to just sit down.
sit in front of a computer most of the time. Which I get that too, is that one is insane. Oh, the TV is so far back, that's why I almost want to push it. So the girls' circle is who wants to use girls' circle and who wants to come up with their own group? I guess that's the first question. Like find your own online. You could use your own from the internet. Like search leading a mental health group.
And what's the girl group?
Girls group is the one that tells you like literally start to finish.
It's already planned out.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
That's what I would think.
I'll take that one.
But every semester I have people that want to run their own group, and that's fine.
No, I'll take the one that's already planned out.
Maybe it's because I tell them you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars creating your own group. Like if you did create your own group, you would be good. In the jails, you will lead a lot of groups. So, have you heard of Kairos? It's a prison ministry that they do. And I just heard about that today. And it sounds like a group that they do in the prisons. And with that being said, I want to search it for you guys. We've got. So this week you pick the date you want to lead the group. So we got Sydney online. And you guys have the assignments due Friday. Is that what you were asking about? You said, what do we have for this week? When you pick a date that you would lead the group. Is that what you were asking about? I'm trying to think of
Yeah, I just didn't write in my planner, so I'm like, what is it that I need to write in here?
Okay. Because I seem to remember we had you guys picking a group. Let me get to your class. So what questions do you have about after observing a group? How was observing? And then with leading a group, how will you use it for leading your group?
With observing it, it just was really just sitting there and listening. But as far as when I do it on my own, I don't know what the engagement gonna be, so I don't know what it'll take a term for.
It's like teaching the class.
Yeah.
Is everybody going to be on their phone, texting other people, or like watching the videos, talking on Snapchat, or are they going to pay attention and get the social work degree down pat? You know, it can. Nowadays we have so many distractions, and I always kind of reiterate this because it's just what we're up against. I noticed the assignment though was not visible to you guys. So pick a date to lead a group. Girl circle is fine. Which week did you want?
I need to read what the stuff is. Yeah, I need to.
Well, that's why I was saying I can go back through girl circle for you if you want to see
No,
it.
I need to just look at it on the you know how you have the little calendar thing?
What's that?
So Cara, what group did you go to? I don't remember, but it's in my paper. I'll show you what they talked about. Addiction. Oh, just addiction group?
You want to lead an addictions group? You can. But that's the one you observe.
Yeah.
That's where it does take some creativity. I get it being brainless and kind of like you guys get 1.5 more years to 2.5. Any of you sophomores?
Yeah.
So you got 2.5 more years to like sit back, watch YouTube in class, and try to pass all the classes with straight A's, right? Pretty much. And then pass a licensure test so you can get the job in prison ministry. Or what did you want to work as?
I want to go in children's services.
Is Karen referring to you when she's like, I got somebody who's got to drive and will go into children's services? Does she
Say it
always?
again. Say it again.
Karen says, I have somebody who wants to do the UPP program, but she's going to learn to drive first.
Yeah.
So she's referring to you. She never says the name. I'm like, I think she's referring to you. Okay.
But it's not just me. I found out that it was more people in the same predicament.
There's more that are interested.
Yeah. But they can't because of that.
Okay. So we will give you the relationships with peers from this also. And that's where Girl Circle is from.
And this is exactly what you had in class where it was like a big calendar and then it broke down. Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, because most groups are 10 to 12 weeks. So when you lead mental health groups, I don't want you to bill for longer than that cycle. And they match it up to like quarter systems. So back in the day, we had quarters in college. Do they have quarters in high school for you? Do you have semesters or quarters? That's what I thought. So they try to match it up with that like 10 weeks, 10 weeks, 10 weeks, 10 weeks. And then you get 12 weeks off. So this one is 10 weeks. And we'll open it up. I'll go through it again. It's fine. You guys got to see some of it. So picking a date and then leading a group. Ideally, we get a few ahead of time. Before spring break. And so when you interview at your jobs, you can be like, yeah, I've led a group. Here's your 10 weeks to pick from. So when you pick a date this month or before spring break next month, look at just kind of their breakdown. So you've got week 1. They always want you to upgrade, don't they? And that's connecting with each other. Week 2 is labels, exploring new perspectives. Week 3 is expressing myself.
And these is like what we picking, like we gotta pick one of these weeks.
You can pick one. So what's the confusing part?
I'm just about to look at it this time.
Okay. Well, so you're going to pick a week and lead the group. So you're going to sit up here and you're running the class.
Okay.
You're leading the group. Does that part of it make sense?
Mhm.
What if everyone called online that day?
What if they come online? I'll be here.
Okay.
I mean, it happens, but minimum to run a group is like 2. Like if you're billing for a group. But yeah, online is like emergency only. I know that people take advantage of it a lot, but social work is always in person. A day like that happens when you're at an agency, that's a sad day because you're not going to get paid. You know what I mean? So preparing you for having clients show up, recruitment of clients, making sure that you're offering a service that is wanted and like they show up to come forward is important. And that is one of the tricky parts when you run your own business. Like, how do you get people in? I guess I'll put it out as a question. How will you guys recruit to get your clients when you do? And this is a part of the final paper. You'll write that. How will you get people to show up?
So what?
To the service you're offering that you're going to get paid for.
I never really thought that far. I just feel like you're gonna come, you're gonna come. And if you're not come, you're not gonna come. Like, it's only so much I could enforce you to come. or wanna come and wanna be there or participate. Cause then even if you're there and you don't wanna be there, it's not good energy for the group. But that's another reason why I thought about like school social work, because they're all already there. So,
Sometimes. Because when you run your own business in social work, you got to recruit them. Like that's what I get at the price, and that's where you make the big money. So for the ones that you don't recruit, you'll get the 19, 20, 21 an hour. So that's like 45,000 a year. When you see clients and offer a service they want to come see you for, you'll get paid 50 an hour, 60 an hour, 70 an hour. So there's pros and cons to both, like always having clients and always making 45 to 55,000 a year, or work hard to recruit them. And then you could get paid double that. But you're saying that's why you wanted social work, because you think there'll always be someone showing up.
yeah.
Which was tricky even at Lighthouse, because when I worked there and we ran Girl Circle, we still had
No problem.
all the time. And so the challenging part, they still want you to meet productivity. So productivity, what other jobs have you guys done? What have you been paid for in life? If anything.
You just want to know like jobs I had in the past?
Yeah.
I've been a teacher assistant. I've been a tutor.
So clients always showed up for that, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I worked in fast food.
Okay.
Customer service.
You're offering something they want. So even in fast food, they're coming. How about you guys?
About the same.
Same jobs?
Yeah, I did fast food and customer service, worked in a camp for children.
They always show up too, right? Like,
Yeah, for the most part.
because the parents don't want to
Sometimes
deal with
they
them.
didn't though,
I do know, because I've done that too. And like, whenever it got to a point where so few showed, that job's gone. You know what I mean? Like that, I guess I'm just trying to bring a bit of reality. And what jobs did you do, if any? Volunteer jobs or?
Oh, I'm a teacher over the summer.
So you're offering something people want. It sounds
Yeah,
like.
I teach middle schoolers.
And that, so they all have to do summer school?
We're not allowed to call it summer school, but like it's like that.
Is that a bad word now?
Huh?
Summer school's a bad word?
For the job that I do, yeah.
Really? Okay. And they show up, like the clients want to be there.
Yeah, like everybody shows up for my stuff.
Wow.
That's
I
good.
didn't know that. Is that just you or is that like everybody?
No, it's like it's called Freedom Schools. It's like something that's worldwide.
Someone else was just talking about that. Don't freedom schools be at your river or something like that?
I don't know, I ain't seen them.
And how much do they pay?
I would get, usually the pay trash, it used to be trash. But
Like $750?
no, like at the end of the summer, I was getting like 2 bands. But then they doubling our pay now.
Oh, that's better.
But like it's just, I work for the freedom school that's attached to my high school. So like it's like down the street from my house. And I got like, like it's a high school, a middle school, and an elementary school for like high school and stuff like that. Like I go to DECA, that's my high school. They got a DECA middle, they got a DECA prep. So I work with middle schoolers. And yeah, it's like 6 weeks over the summer.
Okay. And so again, kind of the difference being you have enough clients, people show up, so there's funding. And I guess that's what I'm getting at is this is a big section of the paper. Like, how are you going to recruit the clients? And that comes up all the time. Like if we ran our group And a couple jobs I had this, so you would miss having those clients, so your productivity goes down to 18 face to face. Do you know what normal productivity is at a social work job? How many people you have to see every week? 30 would be a good high number. If you ran your own,
25?
they're trying to get it up to 25 a week. And that's kind of like the burnout spot where like
Oh, so like 22.
22 seems to be the standard number because then they got to give you the time to drive and see them, write your notes, and make it cover 40 hours a week with supervision. If you ran your own business and you can be efficient, if you could bill for 30 a week for $50 an hour, you know how much that would be every year?
I don't know how much that would be.
So 30 times 50 is 1,500. Is that right?
Yeah.
1,500 a week, and then say, would you do 52 weeks a year or take a 2-week vacation? So let's say you do that 50 weeks a year, 1,550 weeks a year. How much do you think?
Times what?
50 weeks, unless if you skip vacations, like workaholics.
It's like 75,000.
Yeah. That's a decent, that's where you're bringing in your own clients, recruitment, and that's one of the challenges. So you guys can pick any of these a week to lead. Like week 1, week 2, week 3, expressing myself, week 4, accepting different parts of myself.
Okay, so is it like, I'm confused, like what is the sub stuff under, like connecting with one another? Connecting with one another for week 1? Like,
If you picked week 1, here's what it would look like. It's pages 13 to 19. So they do the format here, which is page 7, but here's week 1 on page 13. You go week 1, check in. It tells you what to do. And you could have your PowerPoint up to lead you or notes. It tells you to do the check-in first. So go around the circle, have each girl check in, maybe highs and lows of the week. Maybe sometimes you guys do that here. Anybody have a high or low of the week yet? Good thing happen? Bad thing happen?
Yeah. A high, you want me to say my high?
Sure.
A high is, I just got some more hours at work.
Nice. Where is the job again? You've told me.
Walgreens.
Okay. They pay well.
A low is, now I need to figure out how to manage stuff because I manage not picking up hours.
Are they 24 hours?
No,
Okay.
they close at 9, but starting soon they're gonna be closing at 10.
So you get that extra hour
Yeah.
and it's 5 days a week?
Me,
Yeah.
they just cut our hours. So I
Oh,
was working 6 days a week, between 5 and 6 days a week. And now I'm working 2 days a week.
That's a big cut.
I know.
So you went from like 40 hours a week to 18?
Yeah.
Really? Damn.
I know. So
They're overstaffed?
no, they said due to the season and due to them just cutting hours in general, they gave more hours to the pharmacy because the pharmacy bring in more money than regular stuff.
Wow.
But they said in March, our hours should pick back up.
You know anybody hiring this here? I'm looking for another job. Huh?
Said Dollar General hiring. I heard they pay good though. But they real big right now.
How much?
I heard they pay 14.
Okay. And what's Walgreens at? 12? 10 or 12?
Xenia workers make 12, but I came from Detroit, so I make 16.
Oh, they honor your wage?
Yeah.
Is that why they cut all them hours away from you then too? Oh.
Not even just me, they cut everybody hours besides managers.
Are they having layoffs?
That's what I said, and they said no.
Oh God, tell me now, so I start recording the.
Cause I asked them, I was like, do I need to start getting unemployment or something? And it was like, no.
Right. Well, they don't want to pay that either. I think they pay unemployment. We got Marquisha said, "Excuse me." So I said, "Hi." Yeah. If you guys have questions on the group, you lead. So this, by the end of the week, pick a group, week, and a date you want to lead.
I'm in class.
Yeah, all the time.
You guys got so many distractions. I would fail out of school. Yes. Like I had one online class ever and I didn't keep it together, and we had pagers back in the day. So when I was your age, I had a pager. That was all I had. Um, the phones give you all the like red lights and dings and notifications. I'm jealous.
So like you have to check your pager at the end of the day.
I mean, it was instant gratification to get like, oh, I got to call him back here. So you would have to then go find a ground phone or a pay phone to call him back.
What?
We didn't have cell phones. We'd have a pager.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I got a cell phone the year when I was halfway through college. I got a cell phone. That was
Wow.
weird too. But like, yeah, the amount of distractions, I'm like, holy. You're probably used to quick responses, I would imagine.
I think it made us impatient overall though. 'Cause
Impatient.
let me
Right.
not-
So yeah, I don't
let
know.
me not get a license back and I think
Right. So yeah, with your internship, are you guys going to do it your fall semester or your spring semester?
Mm, I don't know. I have no idea. Depends on what's open. If everything is open around the same time, then I might do a fall.
Yeah.
I don't know. If certain things are open in different seasons, I'll choose the season for something I want to do.
Because then you'd be doing it the semester you graduate, or you want to try to graduate a semester early?
Don't want to try to graduate a semester early. Then I have to go back home or something. I ain't doing that.
Right. That's slightly scary. So this is what week one looks like. You were asking me what all you would have to do. When you do the check-in, they give you some suggestions. They give you an activity.
Where can I find this at?
It's where you turn in the assignment. On Friday, you pick a week, and I attached it to that, so you guys would have those.
So if I pick week one, then like when would I be presented?
You can
Like
pick a
next
week. Like either you can do it the end of this month, but ideally we'll get them all out of the way before spring break, so we can start working on the paper by then. If that works for you all. So after the activity, then it gives you more suggestions for like the sharing of the activity.
Do I have to come up with a slide and stuff if everything is already right here? Like, can I just, like, if I'm presenting to the class, can I just have this up and then like just go off of that?
You can. Yeah, however you choose to do it. You can copy this and put it into PowerPoint and have slides that way. You can put it on note cards. Like that's what, when you're the group leader, you're in charge of everything.
Okay, so I want week one and I want the girls thingy.
The girls what?
Little girls group thingy.
So week one of girls circle.
Mm-hmm.
And you were saying you also want to go first because you can.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. And that's what you'll put in when you turn in your assignment.
Okay, so like, what am I turning? So if I do note cards, because I'm probably gonna do note cards.
Uh-huh.
What am I turning in on D12?
You could take pictures of the note cards you're using
And
for
then
leading.
just turn them in like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
because really the assignment is you leading that group for that session of the class. So if it's going to be Friday, or if it's going to be Monday, or if it'll be Wednesday of next week, you pick. I can't believe it's already Valentine's Day. Who's getting Valentine's?
Okay, who's what?
Who's getting Valentine's?
Like who has a Valentine? Like get something for Valentine.
Or both? Okay, that's good.
But okay, so if I pick week 1, I can pick when I want to present.
Yeah.
What's the options for when I want to present?
You could go Friday, you could go Monday, or you could go Wednesday.
I'm going to pick Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, it's up to you. Ideally, we've got all 9. We said, what are the next assignments due after the group observation? Your enormous 12-page paper, and we say 8 to 12. So creating a group, you're going to write up a grant in groups, which I'll dig into that next. Y'all jumping so far ahead, but I know some are on different schedules. So are you seeing the closing ritual then too, and just stuff, suggestions of what you can do? And you can add your own stuff in, but week 1, you're kind of like setting up the rules, don't talk over each other. We'll do a check-in for the opening ritual. We're going to have music or burn some incense for the closing ritual,
So
light a
as long
candle.
as I follow this guide, I should be fine.
Of course, right. So that's why people paid $10,000 to buy this guide.
Mm-hmm.
Lighthouse paid some full $10,000 to buy this guide. It's well written. I can show you what they look like too. Have you heard of the Circle Foundation?
And then I don't have to do the activities that they have on here. I can come up with my own activities and stuff.
You can,
Yeah.
if it gets like the point across, but you're setting up the mental health group that way.
Okay, that's cool. I get it now. I can do next Wednesday.
So it is making some sense.
I get it. It's great.
So see, it is easy. Some people hate leading groups though. I'll tell you what. You may, and it's okay if you do. You know, like some people prefer one-on-one. Some people like the groups. Which ones do you think you guys would like better?
Groups.
I'm a one-on-one person, so I've had to do both. So it's good to be trained in both in social work.
I can do both, but I think I prefer one-on-one.
That is totally my preference. So I'm going to show you where this came from and how these folks make $10,000 off that little manual.
One Circle Foundation transforms lives through Circle. We have developed 2 powerful models for youth that are gender-specific, gender-responsive. Girls Circle and the Council for Boys and Young Men for youth 9 to 18. We also have an adult model, Women's Circle, and a family model, Mother-Daughter Circle. These circles promote wellness and healthy connections in a world where kids and adults are really starving for it. They blend a safe, supportive, strength-based environment with critical thinking, meaningful discussion, creative arts, fun experiential activities, but most importantly, authentic sharing. When human beings can be who they truly are at the core without being judged and be respected for that, this is what makes this work transformative and promotes human development.
Gives new meaning to the phrase girl power. News 4's Jim Goffman introduces us to a girls' circle that's changing lives in Reno.
We dance and we have girl circle, which makes me happy because it just lets out all of the energy and you like feel so relieved afterwards.
People like usually when you talk to them, they don't really listen like sometimes, but in here like they'll like listen and like help you through what you need to get through.
The Boys Council is where there's a group of guys that come together and talk about their problems and how to face their problems to get a better.
It's like a safe place where you know you can like trust people, and it's like what happens here stays in here, no matter what you're going through.
Girl Circle is a great place to express yourself without being judged.
It has made me stronger as a person. It helped me in a lot of different situations that I was going through at the time. And it made me look at things a lot differently. I don't lie as much, and I feel a lot better about that.
They are not, typically used to being open and sharing their feelings with each other. And through this experience, I've seen boys be able to open up and connect with each other on a deeper level, and to develop, relationships, develop, genuine friendships with each other as a result of their experience in the counseling.
I've seen the girls at Dunstan as a result of this program grow, both in their ability to face challenges in positive ways and proactive ways, to have that courage and commitment to show up every week, even though they know the conversations are going to be hard.
So this is also how they could sell the product for 10 grand. Have you guys ever heard of evidence-based programs? Have you taken research yet?
It's saying that based on if it's improving on the data that they're getting, then the program will continue. But if it's not changing anything, then it'll lose its benefits or the money.
It has evidence that like this group is lowering self-harming behavior, and they like do the stats on, say a girl is a cutter before they do the group, and they run the group, and it lowers incidence of suicidal ideation, intent. Have you guys taken research? When do you take research?
I took it.
Did they ever talk about evidence-based programs? That's big in social work. So who was your research professor? Winbush?
Yeah.
You all had Winbush?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe now that we have our own dedicated research again to social work, you'll hear about evidence-based programs. And that's why they do, like a pre-test and a post-test. Like, do you want to kill yourself before the group? Yes. After the group? No. I know it's not that simple, but that's what it would look like. And this is Girls Circle and Boys Council are considered an evidence-based program. So that's why they're able to make that money. And alcohol use goes down. Increased self-efficacy, social supports, expectations, positive body image. I'm reading it, so I'm going to interrupt your YouTube videos while you're watching.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, you do the Girl Circle, and they be like, yes, I do want to kill myself. You don't report them, or you kind of let them slide?
Well, that happens too. Like you're saying, yeah, the Girl Circle doesn't work on everybody. Is that what you're saying? They still need more therapy and counseling.
No, I'm saying
If a girl come in here and she's basically saying like she wants to harm herself, are we supposed to report that?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're mandated reporters. And so they may go inpatient. What that looks like is they go inpatient, which you can have that job too. So any of you want to work in the psychiatric unit, lockdown, inpatient? Nobody
I
wants that.
would.
Right. It's nice because it is locked down. So they have all the things like they take the shoelaces, they take your self-harm things that you might have on, like.
No, I would just work for like crazy people. Like, I don't have no problem working with people that's
Right.
have mental issues.
And that's what that means when you report it. So there is still another social worker caring for it. But did I answer the question though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it might mean they go inpatient in a hospital, and then when they graduate from the hospital program, they step down to your program. Then they do Girl Circle. Does that also show what it would look like?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe they're not ready then. If they got so much trauma, they were recently raped, they want to die, and now they graduated and come to Girl Circle and they're ready for like treatment and therapy. Clark County is hiring. Young's Dairy is hiring. and starting at $15 an hour. Angeline just told you
You
guys.
said Clark County's hiring?
Clark Company or Clark County is hiring, and Young's Dairy is hiring and starting at $15 an hour. Freedom School is amazing. So that's to you all. You want 15 an hour? You want $15 an hour?
But like, they saying like, they're hiring for like, to work on like the site places? Or she was just saying like as case manager?
If she's meaning Clark County, I don't know if that is, it says Clark CO on the chat. I'm guessing it's county, not Clark Company. And then Young's Dairy is hiring and starting at $15 an hour. If you lost half your hours at Walgreens, what's that?
When I search it, it's coming up an ice cream place.
It probably is because it's warming up and everybody comes and gets freaking ice cream.
Oh.
Yeah. $15 an hour is legit. All right. 3 more minutes left. Can we focus long enough to finish this? I can't.
We are not a direct service agency. We actually train adults and communities across North America and provide our manual guided curricula that equips facilitators.
See that's 10 grand. You see all the manuals? That's what they be selling. Let's go back. Clip. There it is. Wait, why is it go right to that one? It was like right here. Here we go.
Provide our manual guided curriculum.
That's what they sell for 10 grand. So maybe they're each like 2,500, 2,500, 2,500. But it's evidence-based. That's when you can show you've done research and that this program works and is evidence-based, you're going to make that moolah no matter what when you create a group. And that is our final paper too. You could create a group like this. You could create a week of a group or whatever it would look like, aimed at teenage girls, prison inmates, drug and alcohol addiction recovery. What other groups am I missing? College students at Central State University. Any other groups you'd want to create? Summer self-care camp. Okay.
Curricula that equips facilitators to implement these transformative programs in all service sectors. So we've had the pleasure and honor of serving all settings to include education, schools, juvenile justice, behavioral health, child welfare, and community-based organizations. Basically wherever kids are.
Anybody can sign up for our trainings at onecirclefoundation.org. And once you come to a 2-day training, the first part is an education and gender-specific work. And then you really get the opportunity to be in community with other people. So you experience Circle for yourself. You get to talk about your own experience as a child with other people who are doing work with youth. And by the end of 2 days, you become a certified facilitator and can go back into your community and run the Council for Boys and Young Men or Girls Circle.
And today it's been amazing, man. Just watching you guys connect, it's like I always want to sit in the circles too.
It's very hard to figure out ways of getting back or relating with you, getting them to see things in your eyes, because as adults, we always know or think we know the answers of what's right and what's wrong. But a lot of times it doesn't apply to everyone.
I expected to get a lot of information to bring back to the girls, different tools that they could use. I didn't expect to find tools for myself in my personal life that are also going to help me be a better facilitator to these girls.
The price point is actually more affordable than almost any other evidence-based program I've had been experienced with, and I've operated dozens of them in my career. So I would highly recommend it both for the Boys Council and the Girls Circle as one of the best kind of tools in the toolkit of interventions.
So that's when we bought it at Lighthouse. It was 2015. It reached evidence-based status as the first gender-responsive program in the country to demonstrate effectiveness in reducing delinquency for girls.
I just don't know if everybody gets how important these types of programming are. I get to see it day in and day out, but when push comes to shove, I'm just a community member, I'm just a mom, but I see the difference it makes in the young people circle. And that's where the value of programming like this really plays into how we at our agency are successful in achieving our goals, but how these young people are successful in achieving their goals.
At the core of One Circle Foundation is the belief that we are all connected. We truly believe that gathering in safe and confidential circles of peers, which is an ancient tradition and practice across many cultures, serves a core need. A need to experience belonging, to believe that we have value intrinsically and with each other and in our communities. And though this may sound simple, we see it as a profound source of healing and have witnessed that in our work with over 2,000 organizations.
So you guys could even be trained in this. I didn't realize that. I always thought you needed a bachelor's, then you could work for some of them. Look at this. This is like your final paper. One Circle was offering a free grant writers template for those pursuing grant dollars to implement Girl Circle. So they're smart. They show you how to write a grant to get 10 grand to buy their program too, if that makes any sense. So you see how this is just one example. I was able to poach this off Lighthouse because I worked there. Otherwise, there's one I worked at in my internship in 2001. I'd love to get my hands on, and they won't give it to me for less than $10,000. It was called Recovery Dynamics. I found one library in Tennessee that would let me just have it on the screen, but I wanted to get the book and scan it. Oh well, we got this one at least. So yeah, pick your dates. We'll see y'all Friday.
Okay.
Any questions? You feeling okay on the groups?
I have a good understanding.
You like groups. Everybody else is like me. We're like,
No, the assignment will be done and it will be done well. But as far as you hosting as a job, I don't really see it.
You're not going to sign up to lead groups all day, every day.
No.
Right. We at least train you to do that. That's why we train to lead a group. And you can, when they interview you, be like, oh yeah, I've led groups. You going out right now? You going out to dinner?
No, I'm gonna go to class again. I got class at 8.
See y'all.
Yeah.
All right. See y'all later. Have a good one. Email any questions you may have.